Jared Narlock here, and I am continuing to answer one of the most common questions that I get from coaching clients that I work with who are looking for a new role. And that common question is, Jared, how do I know that this leader that I'm interviewing with is the right fit for me, that we're going to have the partnership that I hope for, that they're going to invest in me the way that I hope, and that I know I'm going to be able to grow and develop and thrive in this environment. And so I've been providing questions that you can ask in that situation to truly find out, is it the right leader? Is it the right environment, the right culture fit for you? And those are available on my YouTube channel, Peaceful Power Leadership. And so today's question is around metrics in the role. Asking the leader about this. This is such a big one that I've had people come to me who weren't clients initially, but came as clients after being in their role between usually 12 to 24 months and saying, this is not what I thought it was, and the expectations aren't clear. I don't know what's expected of me, and when I ask, it's not very clear. And you can actually find out the answer to these questions right in the interview by asking the leader, hey, I am someone who is high accountable and wants to make a high impact in the work that I do. Can you share with me the metrics for this role of what is looked at as success? And how does that tie into the mission and vision and purpose of the organization? And this is huge on how the leader responds, because you'll know right then and there, are expectations clear? Are there metrics associated? And how much do they care about the traditional business metrics? And are there also people metrics? People pieces at the heart of it. Is it a humanistic, authentic type of workplace? You'll find all those through asking this question. And many times, what I've seen from leaders, unfortunately, and no judgment on the leader, it may have just been that they haven't been mentored yet or coached or in an environment where that's being asked for, so it's not necessarily a priority for them. And they may say, well, we're still working on this with this role, but some of the things that we have as outcomes for our team are this. Oh, that's excellent. How does that relate directly to this role? You can ask that as the candidate if that's what's said, because that's often where candidates have shared with me, and I myself have seen the conversation go, is what are the metrics that the leader is held to and the team, and so they'll bring that up, which is important for you to know, but then to ask a follow-up and say, well, those are wonderful. How does that specifically apply to this role? And in coordination with the team, so that I, if I'm in this role, can know and work towards that partnership with the team. And if they're a leader who truly values teamwork, they're going to be excited that you're asking that type of question. And maybe they can dive further, or they may not know. And that is a huge opportunity for you to find that out early on in the interview process versus a year being in the role and realizing that's the reality. And if they do know, they're a leader that's going to be able to tell you that. Well, for this role specifically, it is 4 pieces, and here are the 4 pieces. And here's how they actually connect to the organization's mission, vision, and purpose. And I appreciate you asking that. And they may go even further to say, based on our conversation today, some of the things that I heard from you that I'm excited about the potential of you being in this role are this, this, and this. And you can see where that partnership may be forming even right there in the early stages of the interview process on how they respond and where they go with their answer to that. But it's vital to ask, because you'll know up front. And if you get in the role and it's different, you'll be able to pull back to that to say, hey, leader, when I interviewed, you mentioned these things. And I'm not seeing that right now, so I'd like to talk to you a little bit further about that. And so it is one of those pieces where from the get-go, you can step into accountability and ownership of that role before it's ever even offered to you, and knowing if it's the right role for you. Are those pieces things that you're excited about, things that are going to fuel your passion? Or you may say, wow, thanks for sharing that. That has made it clearer, and you may realize this isn't a role that you want to pursue.